Video game franchises are like roller coaster rides. The thrill of taking a ride for the first time is good, and sometimes when it goes down, it gets very messy. Others, however, move way up with so much changes. In this week's list, What's Play brings you our pick of modern video game sequels that defied our expectations. And of course, spoilers, we warned you. The mind-boggling BioShock Infinite opens our list. We remember the first BioShock as vividly as we can. With the remastered versions out now, we've seen the clear picture of how dark and gritty Rapture has become. From the insane splicers, eccentric little sisters, and towering big daddies, no one can forget its drowning atmosphere. And then, BioShock Infinite was announced. Some of the fans were skeptical of this third entry ever since the lackluster appeal of the second game. Its interpretative title sparks various discussions, but as soon as the game came out, people were exploding with a sudden realization that this might be the best BioShock since BioShock. Its story is a mixture of science fiction and quantum mechanics. Players can play the game all over again and immerse in its replay value because hey, it's canon. Gameplay has also been overhauled. New abilities, such as the Bucking Bronco and Elizabeth opening tears, are sights to behold. The chaotic God of War 2. Let's face it, folks. Aside from the sexual pleasures of the Greek gods in the God of War franchise, we also care about its edgy hero Kratos and his personal vendetta to kill every mythological creature that exists. In the first game, things were so epic. It somehow revolutionized the action-adventure genre. It's a clever balance between brutal combat and quick-time events. After the first game, fans have been dying to taste the sequel. Thus, God of War 2 emerged from the pits of Tartarus, and it seems Ares wasn't the only boss that gave us the epic feels. In this grand sequel, witness the consequences of messing with my boy Kratos as he plunges himself into an even more vengeful wrath towards the gods, and Zeus himself. That was terrible. Everything from the first game is completely redefined and improved. Kratos can now equip multiple weapons carried over from slain foes, new magical abilities, and of course, intense boss battles befitting of gods. It surprised fans topping over the first game and received the PS2's Game of the Year at the time, beating the third game to a pulp. Let's assume direct control with Mass Effect 2. There's a thrill when a player develops feelings for the characters in a video game. In Mass Effect 1, BioWare successfully managed to put our emotional bonds to every party member we encounter. In its sequel, it not only introduces a new set of characters, but also extending its scale in terms of gameplay, story, and ambition. Can you imagine an ending so diverse you feel a sense of responsibility once the credits roll? The suicide mission is by far one of the best moments in gaming history. It's deep, it's unique, and it brings a sense of unity to the people Commander Shepard recruited along the way. Nothing is more memorable than seeing these well-developed characters put their skills to the test, be it through sacrificing their lives or saving the world. Now here's the real question. What do you guys think of Mass Effect 3's ending? I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite game in the Citadel. It's-a me, Assassin's Creed 2. The story of a Syrian assassin who blends within a group of religious people makes for a compelling entry to Ubisoft's science fiction / action-adventure franchise. Grab a time machine, set a historical period, and gather some haystacks. That's Assassin's Creed. It's a powerful combination between playing with time, what's fact, and what's not. Its historically accurate scenarios coupled with a hefty bunch of original characters made the game critically acclaimed. Upon the announcement of its sequel, fans roared with life as they set out a new journey in the land of Italy. Assassin's Creed 2 marks the first entry of its second chapter in the franchise. It's a new protagonist, Ezio Auditore da Firenze, stands out as being one of the best video game characters to date. He's charming, quirky, and stubborn. The main story stands out as being emotional yet captivating. Sad to say, the game's after revelations didn't quite live to the standards of this brilliant game. Requiescat in pace, Assassin's Creed franchise. 6 being the heartwarming Kingdom Hearts 2. Who would have thought that a video game containing both iconic characters from Disney and Final Fantasy would turn out to be so good? Square Enix saw the potential and gave us one of the best experiences in gaming history. one that would be forever etched in our childhood. Continue the journey of the key-wielding Sora and his friends and chase down the impending darkness that threatens the world. This time, everything gets better. The battle system is integrated for faster combat, new reaction button, and a completely new character to the series. This is where Square created the next big step for complex storytelling. The soundtrack brings the feels and the characters. Give me a moment. With an emotional prologue and an ending so perfect, we couldn't deny Kingdom Hearts really touched our hearts. Now, all we have to wait for is Kingdom Hearts 3. 5. Kojima-san's Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. Hideo Kojima's master-crafted franchise bites at the right spot in this 5th installment of his critically acclaimed franchise, which, by the way, is a pachinko game right now. Yes, let's talk about Snake Eater. It's been considered as the best Metal Gear Solid yet. Its rich narrative, thought-provoking themes, and a very interesting prequel behind the life of the greatest man in the 20th century, Big Boss, is currently, in 2016, a pachinko game. Fans have always known Metal Gear to be very silly when it comes to its story, but in Snake Eater, it changed a lot. Boss fights are intense, and Easter eggs lurk around every corner, not to mention that emotional fight with the boss, loyalty to the mission. And reminding you that fight is now in a pachinko game. Compared to Phantom Pain, Snake Eater changed things for us. It opened new elements to the tactical espionage gameplay Kojima offers. With 5's clunky story, Snake Eater proves it changed Metal Gear forever. No fiddle playing this time. Batman: Arkham City enters the swarm. The Arkhamverse is a sweet love letter for both the new and the hardcore fans of the Batman. It has everything Bob Kane had to offer. From the iconic rogues gallery, slick gadgets, and the complex relationship between Batman and Joker, Arkham Asylum proved that the superhero genre can reach its maximum potential, but Arkham City exceeded way beyond that. Rocksteady's award-winning game perfectly simulated our fantasies to be the Cape Crusader. It surprised fans due to its fluid combat system, intriguing story, and tons of fan service. While Arkham Knight broke new grounds with the introduction of the Batmobile, we still can't forget that City had one of the best boss fights in gaming. Number 3, being Portal 2. Portal broke the realm of physics. Really. Valve's sequel to the acclaimed puzzle adventure game not only broke science, but records as well. It puts into test our ideas that pop every 4 in the morning, or 2 in the morning if you don't sleep. What happens if portals exist? Valve did just right. The sequel added more than enough mechanics in its puzzling levels, and oh, the return of the diabolical GLaDOS puts our main character into another test. Yes, she's still alive. The addition of new characters, including a multiplayer mode, adds a sense of unity to the game's core. Portal 2 is universally acclaimed. It tops in almost every chart it's a part of, and it had a whopping play score of 9.43 on our PC database. Well, anyone want some cake? 2 is Half-Life 2. Before Valve became the gaming behemoth it is now, there was Half-Life. A game so immersive and well told it's known for its atmosphere, no cutscenes, and of course, the iconic crowbar. It's one of the best releases of its time and garnered tons of awards. Then Half-Life 2 happened. Gordon Freeman is back in another adventure that spirals into an extraterrestrial carnage. This sequel to the acclaimed first-person shooter is considered as one of the most important games to date, putting the Source engine as a backbone to most of Valve's products. In the sequel, the physics are as realistic as ever, new environmental puzzles, lots of new weapons to discover, and let's not forget the gravity gun. It literally exceeded its predecessor up a notch. And sorry, Half-Life 3 is not yet confirmed.
You'll never get Half-Life 3 if you eat me.
But before we reveal our top pick, here are some of the notable game sequels that also deserve praise. Number 1, being The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. Okay, come on. CD Projekt Red's entry to the gaming scene is full of shock and awe. The Witcher franchise has evolved in such bedazzling ways ever since it emerged in 2007. From a lonely Geralt with amnesia in The Witcher 1, to the giant-killing badass he is now, The Witcher has exceeded the expectations of every gamer out there. It's considered as one of the best RPGs ever made. Critics have praised its rich narrative, beautiful landscapes, side quests, and three-dimensional characters. The game also comes with free DLCs that don't normally happen in every game. And not to mention its 2 massive expansion packs that explore the other side of its world. For what to play, Wild Hunt deserves our top pick. Did we miss something? Your game not on the list? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. We publish 3 gaming videos every week. Don't miss any of them. Click that bell button beside the subscribe button, check the send me box, and save. Don't forget to like and share this video to your friends. Subscribe now and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Google+.